Hi everyone, I'm Daniela, and today we're making a blackberry and yuzu cake. This quick bread is a perfect way to celebrate blackberry season, and with the addition of tart yuzu, it's a perfect treat for breakfast or afternoon tea. So let's jump into the recipe.
You'll find a list of ingredients and measurements in the description below.
Preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Line a 2-pound loaf pan with parchment paper, or if you haven't got any, you can grease it with butter, just making sure to get into all of those edges. Let's wash our blackberries by adding a splash of vinegar to a bowl full of water. Then add in 150 grams of blackberries. Give them a gentle swish around with your fingertips and then let them sit in the water for a few minutes. Once all of the bits have come off your blackberries, drain them and then place them on a paper towel to dry. To a bowl, add 175 grams of golden castor sugar.
I'm using golden castor sugar in this recipe because I love the caramelized flavor it adds to the cake. But if you don't have golden castor sugar, you can use regular plain old white castor sugar or granulated sugar.
To this, add 175 grams of softened butter and the zest of 2 limes. You'll want to cream these together until they're really smooth for about 5 minutes. You can do this with a hand mixer or a stand mixer, or if you've got really strong arm muscles, you can use a whisk. Make sure to scrape down the bowl. We don't want to miss any bits of sugar or butter. When it's ready, it will look super creamy like this and have lightened in color. Taking the time to cream the butter and sugar at this stage is what helps to make sure your loaf is delicate and soft. Now add in 3 eggs one at a time, incorporating completely before adding in the next egg. Make sure to scrape the bowl in between each addition. It might look a little bit curdled, but don't worry, that will all change when we add in the dry ingredients. Set your wet ingredients aside while we mix up our dry ingredients. To 175 grams of flour, add in 4 grams of baking powder and 1 gram of salt. Give that a stir with a fork so that all of the dry ingredients have come together. Tip the flour into your wet ingredients and gently fold it together until there's no little bits of flour left. You want to keep that light fluffiness that we worked so hard to get into those wet ingredients. Add half of your batter to your loaf pan. You want to make sure it spreads all the way to the edges. Place half of your blackberries on top of your batter. You'll want to distribute them evenly. Then cover with the rest of your batter. Spread that batter to the edges and then top with your remaining blackberries and into the oven.
This is going to bake from 55 minutes to 1 hour and 10 minutes. You'll know it's done when you put a skewer in and it comes out clean. If your cake is starting to brown a little bit too much, at the 40-minute mark, cover it with some foil so that it prevents further browning.
For the drizzle, you'll want to juice one of your limes. I like to roll my lime. This helps get the most juice out of it. If you haven't got a fancy juicer, I find the best way to get juice out of any citrus is to pop a fork in the center and give it a good twist and squeeze. To the lime juice, add in 60 milliliters of your yuzu juice and 60 grams of your golden castor sugar.
If you can't find yuzu or it's a little bit out of budget, you can easily swap this out for the citrus of your choice. I've done this with lemons, limes, a mix of the two, oranges, or even grapefruit is delicious. You'll use the same amount of citrus juice that you do yuzu, a 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters. And be careful that you're not using a yuzu dressing. A lot of the yuzu dressings on the market have rice vinegar in them, and that will destroy your cake.
Give that a good stir. The sugar doesn't have to dissolve completely, but you'll want to give it a good head start. Set that aside until your loaf is done baking. My loaf is looking a little bit brown, so I'm covering with some foil just to prevent any further browning. While your cake is still piping hot, pour your juice and sugar mix over the top. I like to spoon mine over to give it enough time to absorb between additions. Now for the hard part, let your cake cool completely. Now all there is left to do is remove your loaf from its tin, slice, and enjoy.
If you're a citrus lover, check out my lemon drizzle cake recipe. And if you're looking for more ways to use up those blackberries, why not check out my blackberry pie? Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe because we put out new videos every single week, and me and Kiki will see you in the next one.